Never in the history of the block has a building site felt more like high school. The graduation almost in sight, the drama between the Year 12 popular girls, Vonni and Suzi, and fresh-faced Year 7s, Whitney and Andrew, has reached new levels. It all started a few weeks ago when Keith made all contestants help clean level 2 so they could continue working safely. Suzi was not happy at the prospect of helping the rookies and said, "We're working our butts off and keeping our place clean." Then Whitney said, "We're all working our butts off, Suzi." But it didn't end there. Things escalated a few days later when Whitney told Suzi, "When we had the meeting the other day, you just got a little bit nasty." And Suzi said, "I'm not a nasty person. I don't know why you've got a problem with me, Whitney, because I don't like the way you talk. You're just really tacky." Then Suzi dropped the bombshell.
Have another burger, darling.
Oh, shut up. Why don't you pop your tits?
Oh, no, she didn't. After that, the gloves were off, and Whitney went on the full offensive. She filmed the girls making noise after hours and dobbed on them to Keith. Keith then gave the girls a stern talking to and a $1,000 fine. Vonni was not happy. "They're telling us we got a $1,000 fine. That's snitching." And the bitterness didn't stop there, as this week, Andrew and Whitney refused to allow the girls to plumb a small pipe in their cupboard, which meant the girls had to scrap their plans for an extra sink. Vonni said, "We're talking that much. At the back of the cupboard, that's up very high." But Whitney wasn't backing down. "This week, we don't want to negotiate. We want to do what we want to do. We want to win this week." Then later on, Suzi let rip at Andrew. 100 mils in the back of the cupboard? Everyone thinks you're selfish. You ruined our whole kitchen. I'm over garden gnomes. Tonight, the schoolyard drama continues as levels 2 and 3 butt heads again.
Don't come up here and order me around, Whitney.
Oh,
Don't come up here to my apartment and order me around. Nobody comes to our door making demands.
They are making me so angry, it's not even funny.
It's day 3 of Kitchen Week, and after 7 weeks on the block, the teams have really learned the importance of being prepared.
Hi, I'm dressed.
You're all made up, ready to go.
Yeah, I know. I just do it under the covers.
Not all the blockheads are so chirpy this morning. Up in the penthouse, Dean is feeling a bit worse for wear after a night out with the boys.
How you going?
Oh, I feel about as sharp as a blunt pencil, really.
Big night last night.
Yeah, no, we had some fun.
A few sore heads this morning, then?
I think there'd be a few people contemplating staying asleep for a few more hours, yeah. Yeah, I went out with the boys.
It's the first proper meal you guys have had for a little while.
Yeah. Oh, my mum looks after me. Yeah, it was great to get away, let our hair down.
And let their hair down they did, with a slap-up meal at one of Melbourne's best restaurants.
Had a chat about the week. Yeah, just got to get to know them a little bit better.
Good bonding session.
Yeah, it was definitely time to undo the top button and kick back.
What'd you guys have for dinner? Talk us through it.
Everything. Ocean trout, fancy cauliflower, lamb, rice, naan bread, duck, 5 different types of dessert. Whey.
Any drinks?
Nah. Not a drop.
Ouch, that's gonna hurt in the morning, boys.
How are we this morning?
Great, mate. Ready for another day on the block. Can't wait.
So, no lie-in for Kingy, as he's first to have his kitchen installed in just a few short hours.
I am under the pump today, obviously, because you can see we don't have much done at the moment.
Luckily for all the other teams, they aren't having their kitchens installed until tomorrow. So as Kingy rushes to get his ready, everyone else has another day to prepare. A few weeks ago, all the contestants went to the good guys to design their kitchens. For Reno rookies Andrew and Whitney, it was a big day.
I suppose we'll do perhaps island roughly there.
It's a typical French door.
We are going for a modern design throughout our apartment and we really love it. And it's just a very comfy, homely...
welcoming, warm kitchen.
like maybe a little herb section in the middle of the island bench.
Okay. Well, this is a wish list. Just something that feels comfortable and you're happy you've got everything at hand.
We're lucky enough to have Smeg. It's definitely something that I would love to have in my house. This looks like a dinner party kind of oven.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's lovely. Yeah.
I love that. We'll
Yeah.
take it.
So.
Along with their dinner party-style oven, Andrew and Whitney are also featuring a central island bench with an integrated herb garden.
The judges will think, wow, these guys have come a long way.
As all the apartments in the Bloctagon sit on top of each other, the waste pipes from each kitchen flow through the apartment below. Because of this, the pipes all need to be soundproofed, otherwise known as lagged. And it's the responsibility of every team to lag the pipes in the kitchen below theirs. Every team has done this, apart from Vonni and Suzi.
Just about the girls and their lagging, I rang Mark from Pro Lag, and he said they're not doing it for them. He seemed to think they were going to try and do it themselves.
The girls are doing the lagging themselves to save some cash. They're $1,000 lighter this week because of their recent noise fine.
If they take too long, we'll just have to do it ourselves and invoice them.
We had the good guys coming in first thing in the morning to do our cabinetry, and we couldn't put our cabinetry unless those pipes had been lagged. I gotta go speak to the girls about their lagging.
Yep.
So let's go.
So take a camera crew in case it gets violent.
It probably will. Round 6. Me and Andy may have been pushovers at the start. We've come across some hurdles and strong personalities throughout this competition, and I think it's making us stronger, and, you know, me and Andy know what we want, and we're definitely going to stand our ground.
Whitney and Andrew really dug their heels in earlier this week, consistently blocking the girls' request for a hole through the ceiling for their extra sink.
Can you make the bulkhead 50 mil wider?
No.
Can I run pipe work through the cavity and the brickwork there?
No.
We can run the pipe through there, it'll be no issue?
No.
We're trying to do whatever we can here. We're talking 100 mil inside a cupboard.
We're going to make something in there.
They were making it up as they were going. They just kept changing it.
You have to deal with them on anything else after this week? No.
No.
Cool.
Well, it turns out they do still need Suzi and Vonnie's cooperation. This could get interesting.
What's going on with the lagging?
What do you mean,
Sorry?
what's going on with lagging?
Are you guys going to lag your pipes?
We're going to do it.
Yeah, we do the lagging.
Yeah, all right, I'm just asking.
Yeah.
Sorry? Because can you do that ASAP?
Yes, well, we've got to go out this morning, so it'll have to be,
Well,
be
we
lagged.
have to put our wall up, so worst case, we'll get someone in to do it, or we'll do it ourselves and we'll send you guys the invoice.
Yeah, well,
Okay?
I'll get to it. So you won't be sending us an invoice.
Well, we will, because we need to put our wall
Well,
up.
then you'll need to pay for it yourself.
Well, good guys are coming in first thing in the morning, so they're going to want to put in their cupboard that's right there, so...
That's fine.
Just letting you know, so...
That's fine.
If it doesn't happen...
Don't come up here and ordering me around, Whitney.
Oh,
Don't
you don't
come
like
up
it?
here to my apartment and order me around.
I'm asking you what's
You're
going
not
on with it.
asking,
You're giving me
you're telling.
attitude.
You're not asking, you're
I'm
telling.
saying if it's
you're
not
being very
done...
rude and I don't appreciate
I'm
it.
saying if it's not done, well, then
You
we
won't
will
be
get
sending
someone
me
to
any
do it.
bill
Well, I
because-
will if it's not done.
We'll be coming down to do it.
Yep, okay. Well, if it's not done before the cupboard goes in, then you'll be getting an invoice.
We won't be paying it, Whitney. Nobody comes to our door in the wee hours of the morning making demands. Because of her actions at the beginning of the week, she created a whole lot of work for us. We were starting that portion of our kitchen, the island bench, all over again. So when Suzi and I sort out that problem, then I'll get to Whitney and Andrew's apartment to do their lagging.
Your relationship with your neighbours getting better, or...?
I definitely think that the girls were being spiteful and they were trying to hold us up.
They are making me so angry, it's not even funny.
Oh, yeah? Well, what did they say?
They said that they've got to go out this morning and they're going to do it themselves. They're trying to stall us now again. That's like to get back at us now.
They just need to grow up. That end of the day, they just need to grow up.
We'll just lag their pipe and give them an invoice.
They said that they won't accept it.
Good morning to everyone.
Just get the job done and get over it. You're not having your pipes in our ceilings, lag the pipes.
Don't wanna take it slow. Could be a fantasy. You gotta let me know.
This week, it's kitchen week. And as ever, the good guys have supplied and are installing the cabinetry. First to have their kitchen installed are Kingy and Cara.
One team had to get their kitchen done first by the good guys, so we said, right, we'll push it through. So we basically built the room that we normally do in 5 days in 2 days. No one else would have been ready except for us. Like, we were probably the only ones who
In
really...
saying that, everything happens for us first because we're on the ground floor. You know,
Well, on level
our
one.
exterior walls go up first. You know, our slab will go in first. So it just makes sense for us to go first. But if we miss that window, it could be catastrophic for us.
Yes.
And with just 30 minutes till the good guys arrive, Kingy, Caro and their team are going like the wind.
We are going to be ready, mate, when at 10 o'clock, good guys will be able to come in and install all this. We've got enough for them to go on to. Bryce is happy, which makes me happy.
While Kingy and Caro are getting ready for the big install, some of the other teams are still at design stage.
I reckon we just paint the wall black and do a recessed TV in it.
Yep, done.
Yeah.
Sweet. Induction cooktop, and then that range hood's going directly above. You can start framing that out, but we'll have to put some timber in there for that range hood to screw into.
While everyone else is working hard to get their kitchens on track for the good guys, Whitney, Vonni and Suzi have spent the last hour gossiping to everyone about their side of the lagging story.
As soon as I went up there, I didn't say anything in a mean way. I said, oh, do you know what's going on with the lagging?
Knocked on the door with her hands on the hips and said, when are you coming down to lag my pipes?
And Suzi goes, what? And I was like, I'm just asking you, do you know what's going on with the lagging?
Don't come up here to our apartment barking orders.
Don't you come up to our apartment and give us orders.
If she comes here barking orders at me, I'm telling you, it'll be longer.
And I said to him, well, our cabinet's going in tomorrow, so can you have it done before then? And they said...
I'll get to it when I have the next opportunity.
I said to him, well, if you don't get it done by a certain time, we're going to get it done and we'll send you the invoice. And they said,
well, I intend to get down there to do your lagging, but I've got a massive list of things to do today, so I'll have to do it later.
This is why we said no in the first place, because everything they do delays us.
Yeah. They're just trying to stall us because they were unhappy about them not being able to get their pipe in to have their mini sink.
The fact is, it's in your apartment.
Yeah.
And you need them done. So
Yeah.
we'll just lag it. And you just forward on the invoice.
Yeah.
She'll be the one paying the bill.
That's what happens when you make those decisions. If you're going to stuff them around, they're going to stuff you around.
I didn't stuff them around. I don't want to have lower ceilings.
OK. You're right. You can play that card.
Yeah.
All talk and no action is not going to get the lagging done. And it's extremely important in Kitchen Week not to fall behind schedule.
I think you guys have got to sort it out. It's just got to happen. Yeah. Because we've got to get these kitchens done. We can't hold up the good guys.
So we need to put walls in here across the front of the stack. See, the fact is the boys can't go across here and we need to do that wall.
Well, the way I see it, you'll probably hang these sheets in, what, an hour? So she probably is holding you up.
Just once again reinforced that we'd made the right decision with their pipes going through our ceiling.
Did you go a bit hard this morning or not?
No, I went as hard as they went. I'm not going to be bullied. They're not going to be bullied.
All the guys on the block are getting along really
Everyone's just
well.
all good.
All the girls don't seem to be getting along
No,
too well at
all
the
the
moment.
girls are getting along fine. It's just one
Really?
person I do not get along with. And
Andrew.
Jokes aside, Keith and Dan head up to level 3 to get things moving.
Suzi,
Hi.
Vonni,
Hey,
Guys, hi.
we've just gone downstairs.
Yep.
Doesn't look good.
What does that mean?
I reckon within an hour, they'll be up to that point where you need to lag.
We intended to do it, but I was just saying earlier that because of what happened below, we have had a number of things that we now have to deal with, and that is my priority before going down to see them. If we're lagging a little, it's because action creates reaction, and that reaction is us trying to get our build done as well and look after the hiccups that it's caused us.
Whitney and Andrew have got every right to go and get a contractor and to do the lagging and then give you guys an invoice.
You got to do this, you got to do this, and you got to do it by then, and then somebody else asks you something else, and then somebody's stopping you from doing something you want to do, and it's like, it just becomes too much sometimes.
Put all the arguments aside for a couple of hours.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Yeah. Can you give me an hour so I can finish what I need to get done, and then I'll go down and I'll go and do it. So around 11 o'clock.
Yep.
11 o'clock. So what do we wear for lagging?
You need to do your hair and makeup, darling.
Oh, hair and makeup?
Yeah, because we need to look good when we're on Whitney and
Heels?
Andrew's.
If you want to wear that down in their unit,
It's
you
important
can
to
do
look good at
I
all
might
times.
do that.
As long as you get the lagging done, we don't care how you dress.
Right.
As long as you've got safety boots on.
House. We are going to the neighbour's house. It's a bit of an occasion.
I reckon it'd be the best thing Andrew's seen for a while. The war continues. Level 2 and 3 pull their batons and swords out, ready for battle. Xena, the warrior princesses, and the Vikings downstairs.
Speaking of warriors, a bunch of blokes so masculine, so strapping, so red-blooded have arrived to show the blockheads how it's really done.
I don't want you to be no slave. I don't want you to work all day. But I want you to be true. And I just want to make love to you. Love to you. Ooh. Ooh.
First up on their list is Kingy and Caro.
With the cabinetry, do you want like a gloss finish?
No, I think a matte finish because the texture's very, it's glass-based. So
You want it matte?
yeah, I want the cabinetry matte. So our style in the kitchen is pretty much simple. It's what we've used throughout our whole apartment.
Yeah.
It's modern industrial. I think we're just going to keep that theme going right through the whole house, and why would we stop in the kitchen?
Their kitchen is going to have a rendered central island bench, a butler's pantry, and top-of-the-line appliances.
With this, you've got actually a few different functions. So you can have it as freezer temperature, wine chiller, pantry temperature. So you've got that flexibility to change it as you want
Done.
as well.
If Fisher and Paykel are the only ones that do this,
Yep, we got to have
we've
it.
got to have it. We're hoping that just the technology will get us across the
The wow
line.
factor.
The wow factor.
It's time for the install, and although Kingy and Caro aren't totally ready,
We've still got to frame out these two walls, bring them out about 150.
as ever, they have a plan.
So you want to start in the pantry?
We were sort of behind schedule a little bit there, but what we did was we sort of gave them an area to start with, which is over the side of the room, and then we just followed in front of them around the perimeter of the room, giving them a wall at a time. And we can sort of bring stuff through there, you know?
Yeah, that's all right. We'll work it out.
There wasn't much for me to really do at the block. Just getting in the way when there's so many trades working in such a small space. I'm just going for a little bit of a ride. Just need to clear my mind. Like, just a little bit.
Yeah. All right, have a good ride. See you later.
I'll be back.
Yeah.
Do you want to come?
No, I'm working, mate.
You want to put some lycra on?
Got lycra on.
You've got lycra on. Oh, check him out. From Aldi, Skins. Look, he's got his lycra on already. You're a cyclist.
I'll just pull this off, mate, and then I'll become Super K. All right, see ya.
Bye.
Super K might be getting on with his work, but it's past 11 a.m. and there's a distinct lack of laggers up in apartment 2.
I just thought I'd let you know that it's 13 minutes past 11.
Oh, it is too. It is.
I just want the job done.
I know. I'll go up and get it, mate.
I knew that there was something that was going to happen. It's just so sad. Like, we're all here for one reason, and that reason is to build an apartment. Why add more difficult things into the equation? No one needs it.
It's been a tense week between apartments 2 and 3. Yesterday, Whitney told the girls they couldn't put a pipe through her ceiling.
The main point is we don't want to do it.
Yeah, right.
So, sorry, it's nothing against you guys, but we just don't want to do it. It's about auction day.
Meaning no extra sink for Vonni and Suzi. And that has not gone down well.
Vonni and I had always said that we were going to have this sink in our island bench.
I really feel that the no answer was just, it's competition and game on. It makes you certainly less willing to help others out when they can't come to the party and help you out.
But the girls have been told to put all that behind them and lag the pipes in Andrew and Whitney's kitchen.
No, I'm coming, I'm working. Simon, I'm coming. I said to him 11 or shortly thereafter. I've just got to finish doing what we're doing and then I'll go down there.
Vonni, you've got 1 minute to get down there or they're going to bill you.
Okay.
It's now 11:15. We said 11.
No, I said 11. We said 11 or shortly thereafter.
Seriously, 1 minute.
Keith and Dan had said, don't hold the good guys up. You know, they're there to do a job and you've got to be mindful that, OK, I know what's going on here, but you also have to be aware that downstairs the job proceeds and the good guys have to get in and get the cabinetry in. Suzi, what are you doing, doll? We've got to go. We did what we were asked to do. We, again, changed our plans, moved our day around, paid our guys more money to do things we weren't doing upstairs. This week cost us more money than we had planned because of the issues that stemmed from the beginning of the week.
I'm lagging. The lag is here, everyone. The lag is here. I'm lagging.
They were 20 minutes late, but we didn't mention anything about that. We just let it slide.
I'm not going to let it consume me, that is for certain.
They've got their own troubles in life. We'll just move forward and we'll smile and we'll be courteous, but we'll get on with what we're doing.
Another blockhead who's getting on with things is Kingy in apartment 1.
It's all go, go, go at the moment. We've got the good guys here installing my kitchen. We've got Maddie, our builder here, framing up. We've got plasters hanging sheets. Yeah, everyone's here but my wife. We're going like the clappers here, and she's going like the clappers on her bike.
Beats being back at the block, that's for sure. You don't need to shop too much for the kitchen. It's not massive big ticket items that I need to go and purchase, so had some free time. It was so good just to go for a ride. I mean, I haven't gone on a bike for nearly 8 weeks now, so that was really good. Kingy thinks it's the hardest week ever. I reckon it's the easiest week ever. I don't know what he's complaining about.
Hello.
what are you doing?
I'm eating lunch.
Is that your lunch?
Yeah, it's my lunch.
Oh. Well, this is mine.
Get out of there. Where are you? Can you bring one of them burgers back? That big one there. With the bacon and the egg.
Is the kitchen in yet?
I don't know. You'll have to just come home and have a look and bring a burger with you.
Okay.
Okay, goodbye.
Bye. What all he cared about was the food.
While Caro enjoys her perfect day out, back at the block, things are looking up for Andrew and Whitney.
That's a Stanley knife. You know how to use it?
Oh.
Please don't cut your fingers.
Getting it done. I thought it was going to be really awkward, but I think it probably cleared the air a little bit. I will help you if you need a hand.
Oh, you'll give me a hand? Well, that'd be great, Whitney. I'd love it. Love a hand.
We even worked together a little bit.
She's taking the job.
Mainly because I wanted to get the pipes done.
Yeah. We wanted to get them out of our apartment.
So we're lovers, not fighters.
Are we?
Yeah. But we will fight if we have to.
Oh, yeah.
Back off, girlfriend. Wrap it around and cut it where it needs to be cut.
Whitney was actually nice while we were down there, which was a little bit of a shock. I wasn't quite sure what to expect, but it was a different Whitney downstairs than who was upstairs earlier that day.
Do you want me to hold it while you stick it?
Oh, it's all right, darling. I'll get there. Is that a good job?
Well done. You're a good lady. Isn't it good when everyone's happy?
It is. It's great when everyone's happy. That's how it should be.
Correct.
They actually did a really good job. I was really surprised. It was the hardest I've seen them work the whole time on the block.
Yeah. I should have taken a photo.
Coming up, something every blockhead fears.
45.
45?
45 defects.
The defect list.
It's quite extensive.
There's a lot of work.
Yeah. I was freaking out, man.
Were you?
Yeah.
With just 3 weeks to go until the build is complete, big things are happening to the structure of the Bloctagon. Thousands of litres of concrete are being poured to create a whole new terrace on every level.
So basically, they're laying our dining room and terrace concrete.
The new slab will add an extra 20 square metres to each apartment, bringing it more in line with a luxury 3-bedroom South Yarra address.
It's good to finally see how big it's actually going to be, and because we've got some big plans for the terrace, so it'll be good to actually be able to walk out there soon and map out our design and make sure it fits. So, yeah, no, it's looking good.
Kingy and Caro are first to get their new slab, but they're not the only ones receiving gifts this week. Yesterday, Keith and Dan visited all the blockheads and dished out something special.
Now, mate, we've got something for you. We've got a defect list.
Yep, it's that time in the block build. Time to fix up all the problems in each apartment.
45.
45?
45 defects. Some of them are easy fixes, some of them are a little bit tricky to fix up.
And there's a very good reason why the defects need to be fixed ASAP.
Yeah, the buyer's advocate are coming this Sunday. So the idea is you get your apartment looking as good as you can for this Sunday.
You're the buyer's advocates. These guys are the ones that bought all the units last series.
Yep, that's right. Last series, the buyer's advocates made this happen. And this.
So go on, yeah.
And this.
Sold. Congratulations, well bought.
Not only that, but the apartment they're most impressed with will win 20 grand worth of push technology, meaning everything from the lights to the TV can be controlled remotely. So it's extremely important for the blockheads to make the most of the buyer's advocate's visit. and get their apartments looking top-notch.
We respect and take on board everything that the judges say, but then again, it comes down to selling this actual product, this apartment.
I reckon this is your biggest shot at getting buyers.
Not only do Luke and Ebony have 45 defects to fix, they also want to change some of their initial design.
The first 5 weeks of this competition, we were on a very different tangent than what we're on now. So I really wanted to restyle a couple of rooms. I really wanted to change them.
So we need to bring these other rooms back up to speed and show them, you know, where we're at this point. There's a lot of work that has to happen.
So here's your defect list, and it's the smallest one out of every apartment. Mostly just little patch-ups, little things that are easily fixed.
It's going to be hard to get it all, like every room ready.
Because you've got all your materials and all
That's
that
right,
in there.
so...
Don't agree, mate.
You're actually going to gain a whole new section, a whole new slab.
We were the first floor to have their slab there, so that means that we have the facility to move all of our gear and tools out onto the dining area. And that was the number one thing that everyone's complaining about. We didn't have anywhere to put anything. We were running out of rooms.
One team who are struggling to find space for their gear and fix up all the rooms are Dean and Shay, who have a hefty defect list.
Lazy 46 items on there for us to repair, with one being the living room saying not finished, exclamation mark.
It's very hard to work on the living room because of how much stuff we have to store up here for the kitchen. So long as we give the buyers advocates a little bit of a taste of what this apartment's going to look like, I think that, you know, it'll be something for them to go off.
Well, we're super keen to have them come in and have a look and everything, but if we're going to miss out on another, chance for a room win, we just can't let that slip this week.
That is a risky attitude, Dean. The buyers advocates are your chance to win big.
The idea is that you get your apartment looking so good that the buyer's advocate want to sell your apartment.
Yep.
So here's a defect list that we've compiled.
Whoa.
We probably realistically need a week to get the 37 defects that Keith and Dan gave us to complete.
Okay,
You've got quite a few items on your list.
Is it mainly painting?
It's a bit of everything
There's
there,
actually
mate.
a variety.
Okay. The thing about the block also, it's a working apartment. It's not like you reveal these rooms and then you just plastic wrap them and they sit there untouched.
Your master bedroom, there's a lot of work.
That's our main focus.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I was freaking out, man.
Were you?
Yeah.
And freak out you should, Andrew. With major defects like your unfinished master bedroom, there's a lot to do before the buyer's advocate's inspection. And as if they don't have enough on their plate this week, Suzi and Vonni aren't getting off lightly.
It's quite extensive. There's actually 40 items so far.
It was daunting at first, but I tell you what, it is actually a blessing in disguise. We need that list because we want to sell this apartment. We want the best apartment on the block, and to do that, we have to fix up the defects.
I think you've got one really bad room that you really got to look at.
Which is a guest room 1.
Yeah.
Guest bedroom 1 needs work done to the glass door, the wood-panelled feature wall, and the paintwork.
We're aware that there's a few things in there that needs to be amended.
They've got to go back, get these rooms spot on to give themselves every opportunity to sell these apartments.
Coming up, things aren't looking good for Dean and Shay.
The amount of work you've got this week.
Yes.
And it's massive.
Are you concerned?
Always concerned.
You're in trouble.
There's just 2 hours left before tools down. Progress in the penthouse is slow, and it's all down to the polished concrete veneer floor.
With our polished concrete, it's pretty unique and also pretty technical at the same time.
Work started on it 2 days ago, and there's at least another 24 hours left to go.
And the day gets away from you and The guys are working really hard to try and get that polish on.
And while the flooring's being polished, there's not much room for any other trade.
Everyone was trying to get their job done and do it well, but no one could really do anything. Everyone's hands were tied.
For a team who didn't finish last week, maybe Dean and Shay should be a bit more worried. Down in apartment 4, things are looking a lot more promising as Luke is doing some last-minute checks before the kitchen install tomorrow.
Why is it 720?
I don't know, that's what you got on your plans.
Where? That's diagonal.
720 diagonal? That's good.
The siblings from WA have done something very different to the other couples. They've removed the dividing walls and are aiming for a massive open-plan living, dining and kitchen area. 5 weeks ago, Luke and Ebony laid the groundwork when designing their kitchen.
Do we want to go kind of reasonably neutral but with black fittings?
Yeah.
So where we can, I think maybe a couple of like black appliances as well. We wanted it to be very classic, quite neutral and very adaptable to most people's style, and they can come in and customise it, bring their personality into it. If you're going to pay what we're hoping people will pay for our apartment, they'll want, you know, the best of the best.
Just looks really smart too. No, I like that.
Yeah. My favourite part of it is just how simple it is, but it looks really classy.
Classy and simple, with the sink set into their angled island bench and top-of-the-range appliances. Being the only brother and sister team on the block, Luke and Ebony sometimes communicate in a way that only siblings can.
Do you think we just paint the bit where the stools go?
I'm struggling to understand you, mate. The what, sorry?
We don't need glass where the stools go. We can paint that.
We don't need glass where the what goes?
Stools?
Pardon?
We can paint where the seats go.
The sink.
Seats! The stools!
The stove.
Stools!
Stools. No, that's cupboard, Deb. That's all supplied by the good guys.
Oh, okay.
I had to do shopping for the kitchen as I was out a lot of the week, getting bits and pieces. I feel just so much more attractive in this. This looks like what you sit on to go to the loo. Something's missing from this house.
Do you deliberately stay away from the block?
I've been asked this a couple of times. At the beginning, it didn't start off that I was deliberately staying away from the block. I was just had heaps to buy and I was out a lot of the time. As the series has progressed, I've noticed that we are more inclined to argue when I'm around.
She's trying to help, but she kind of gets in the way more than what she's helping.
I would hate for it to just look like I'm out all the time because I don't want to do any of the hard work.
Maybe we should give Ebony a break. It's not like she's been out shopping every day.
Oh, what?
Oh, wait. Yes, she has.
Got the bedside tables. Winning!
Back at the block, it's going to take a lot more than retail therapy to soothe Keith and Dan. They're headed up to the penthouse, worried about the lack of progress.
All empty in here. Fresh air there. No ceiling here.
Yeah.
Another wall empty there. So the way I see it, he's a couple of days away for the good guys.
Well, the thing is, we couldn't get in here to do all of this because of this concrete. I'm also worried, is he actually going to try and get the living room done for the buyers' advocates this Sunday or not?
Well, it doesn't look like it. There's no one in there.
Mate, it looks, that's a joke in there.
Oh dear, it's not looking good for judging all the buyers' advocates visit.
Mate, it seems like you're fighting a battle you can't win at the moment. Well, you're losing, what, 2 or 3 days a week through this polished concrete process.
Exactly, yeah.
Just 2 pours.
Yeah.
That takes 2 days.
Yeah.
Then a day to grind, so no one can actually access that area. You've got, what, 3.5 days work in here to finish it off?
It's not like we're not trying, through lack of trying.
Well, you've still got fire check to put in, you've got plastering up there, you've got plastering, you've got a fireplace to install over here.
cabinetry's not going to be out of here till end of tomorrow.
That's what I'm thinking, so you can't actually do anything in here.
No, exactly.
Buyers advocates, it's going to be like this.
Yeah, no, I fully agree with doing it.
We're not having a go at anyone. We're just concerned that they're not going to be ready for Sunday. And this is the best opportunity to get buyers.
Couldn't agree more.
The living room's full of the Good Guys cabinetry and our appliances, so we actually can't get in there and do anything. So I don't know what more we can do. We weren't allowed to leave it downstairs, so it's up. It's in the apartment, and there's no room to work in the living room.
We're just realising the amount of work you've got this week.
Yes.
And it's massive.
It is massive.
The amount is massive.
It is huge.
Now, you've got to finish off your kitchen, but you've also got to finish off your living room. The buyers advocate are coming on Sunday.
Yeah.
And they want to see your apartment looking 100%.
But you want them to.
Of course I do, mate. Of course I do.
Are you concerned about the way it's tracking, or what's the deal?
Always concerned.
Tomorrow allows you 3 days.
Will the Good Guys be able to get into the kitchen tomorrow to start?
Yeah, that's the plan. But then...
You've still got, I reckon, a day's plastering in there.
Oh, and some.
Easily.
Yeah. Mate, we'll do everything that we can to get it done.
The other teams can, you know, organise all their plastering and put all of their cabinetry in and then do their flooring. We can't do it that way, so, yeah, hopefully the end result is...
Worthwhile.
Worthwhile, yeah.
The concreting process takes 3 days.
You can't catch up from that.
He should have thought of that ages ago.
Yeah.
Don't like his chances?
No.
No way.
Give it to me, I'm worth it. Baby, I'm worth it. I'm worth it. Give me, I'm worth it. Give it to me, I'm worth it. You see me in the spotlight, ooh, I love your style.
Kitchens are the heart of the home and sell houses more than any other room. The blockheads are halfway through the week, and with only one kitchen installed, there's a lot of pressure on the teams to stay on top of their bill. As everyone's frantically trying to make headway, counsellors/foremen Keith and Dan are checking in with the rookies to see if they're back on track after this morning's lagging saga.
They did a good job.
Yeah.
So are you all friends with upstairs, or...? That's not an answer. That's not an answer.
Maybe it made things a little bit better, them coming down here and us helping each other out, but I don't really care.
Our focus for this week and the rest of the week is our apartment.
Now, have you used the secret nail yet?
Yes, I used it before. Do you want to watch me do it?
I'd love to. Wow! Great stuff. Give it a good whack, too.
Yeah. Don't mess with me.
Who were you thinking of then? Who are you hitting?
You don't have to guess too hard.
These are actually in a good position, I reckon. I think they'll be ready for the Good Guys.
Yep. Come on, Andy, show us how it's done, mate. How's it go? Got there one there yet? Yeah, one there, one there.
No.
No, they're all done. Don't try and trick him.
Let's go to an ad break.
Let's go to an ad break.
Hang on, I decide when the ad breaks are. Good to see everything's back to normal in apartment 2. It's a different story upstairs, though, as the girls started the day behind and 3 hours of lagging didn't help their cause.
Well, you've got to have your ceiling hung, you've got to plaster it, all these walls need to be lined.
Are you insulating?
Yeah. Yeah, I insulated all that wall there this morning.
Yeah. Well, we need to do this now.
Yeah. Yeah.
We really are behind. There's plasterboard to be put on, there's insulation to go up, the ceilings are yet to be done. It's going to be really a fight for the line tomorrow to get it all complete in order for Good Guys to come in and install the cabinetry and joinery.
Can't hold the Good Guys
Think
up.
of the Good Guys. They've only got 3 days to install 5 kitchens. Then you've got to come in behind them and paint.
So there's another half a day you're going to lose.
We were told that Kitchen Week was going to be easier than other weeks. I'm not sure who and where they got that information from.
And how's the defects list going?
We're onto it. We're looking at all of them and we're working it
Don't
out.
good looking at it, you actually got to fix them. See what the buyers advocate's saying on Sunday.
The buyers advocate's going to walk in and just walk straight out.
Oh, no, they'll love it.
There is absolutely a ton of stress, and yes, both of us might be good at hiding it, but you can probably see in my eyes how much stress there is.
As the blockheads work into the night, they're all in very different places.
It definitely helps being first with the install. I think if we missed our window today, it would have been catastrophic.
Kingy and Caro are the only apartment to have their kitchen installed. The other teams all have to be ready for tomorrow morning.
Yeah, we had a good day today. We've done all our framing. I've basically told all our trades to have tomorrow off, so the good guys have got the whole run of it and they can just come in and smash it out.
Up in the penthouse, the polished concrete veneer floor still isn't quite finished.
The Pangea floor's all laid and it's probably 90% polished now. We've just got a few more things to finish off, so that makes it difficult. But I think we're pretty much on track for the good guys install for tomorrow afternoon.
The plan tonight is get this whole wall white and, yeah, as soon as I do this, I can go to bed.
There's no such luck for the girls upstairs.
Not much sleep tonight. We'll be helping our trades here. You've got a lot of plasterboards going up. Vonni and I are doing the insulation tonight, and it'll be full steam ahead in the morning.
It's been a big day.
Well, actually, it's been like a big week. Mentally, it's been draining. You know, you can be mentally spent, and I think that's where we're at right now. And our bodies are feeling it as well. So physically and mentally, you know, it's tough going.
Tomorrow night, with only 3 days left to deliver their finished kitchens, these blockheads have a lot on their plate.
Lukey, mate, serious issue up here.
Breakfast is over.
And the rest of the day doesn't get any better.
Oh, a bit of a boo-boo, mate. That's a big mistake.
Call me overreacting.
Oh my gosh.
It's going to cost us more than half a point.
As these kitchens begin to take shape, the cracks are well and truly on show.
I don't know if you know any glass guys, because we've got a cracked splashback.
Someone smashed our kitchen window.
I don't think they'll actually have this ready for reveal.
But if you ask me, the best way to fix a kitchen is to fill it up.
Look, that 5 minutes was chaos. It was like bumper cars. So everyone was running into each other. It was an awesome challenge.